Stream live on Twitch at Lord Brandon 10.
All right, YouTube, welcome back. Today we settle the debate again. What exotic machine gun is better here in Destiny Rising? Today we're covering the Heir Apparent and the Gallows. Now, please take note, as always, both weapons are capped at level 9. For those of you who don't know why I do that, if you have, let's say, a level 10 enhancement, the further the enhancement on the weapon, the more DPS it will do, as you guys can see here. So for the sake of my materials and keeping things cheap as possible, both weapons during this test, excuse me, will be capped at a level 9, as well as, if you take note, both weapons do not have any catalysts unlocked. Whenever we do get all 3 of the catalysts for the Heir Apparent, we will come back and we will do a rematch video, if you will, to see at that point what machine gun is better with max catalysts unlocked. Now, another thing we're going to point out here is the light link companions. For this first test here, we'll have the intrinsic Estella at the 9.75 and then the Wolf at 5%. Once we get into Gallows, we'll change Wolf out for Gwen. Gwen is essentially going to give us 8% after using our signature ability for 4 seconds. Do I think that is going to be equivalent to Estella's? No, just for the simple fact Estella's is always up. But this is what the game gives us to work with, and that is what I have to use. There isn't any other void characters besides our Cora, which will always be on as a static void increase for damage. Now for the artifacts, both of my damage artifacts for slot 3 and for slot 4 are both the packs artifacts, so and they will stay the same through both tests. And so all that means is my slot 3 artifact will essentially allow my summons to do more damage, and then my slot 4 will essentially, once I use my signature abilities, that will increase the weapon damage for, I believe, 6 seconds. Both weapons will also take advantage of the same attributes, meaning the same weapon enhancements, the same solar enhancement, and the same void enhancement. No artifacts will be changed, and that is what we're rocking in terms of the artifacts. Now, we're going to go ahead and get started on this. We're only going to do 2 misfortunes and only level 3 summons for the highest DPS output possible. We're going to go and start now. Once time hits 30 seconds, that will conclude the test. And we'll use as many summons as it takes. We're not going to cap the summons. I feel like using a machine gun, that is the benefit to using it. You're going to build up your summons a lot faster, and so we're not going to cap those. We're just capping the misfortunes. We're going to reload cancel here, see if we can't try to get back into DPS. And that's time. So 2.4. So 2.4 is what we did for the Heir Apparent. We're going to go and quickly just swap characters real quick, so that way we can despawn those guys, and then we're going to swap to Gallows and then swap to Gwen. Like I said, do I think this is fair? No, but this is what the game gives us, and that's literally the only thing we can swap to for Gallows to make it as fair as possible. Pop up on some heavy ammo, get our tier 3 back. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to reset the board. And here we go. Same test. Who wins it? I feel like Gallows just hits a bit weaker, in my opinion. It's not that it hits a bit weaker, it just shoots a bit slower. Alright, that's time. We're gonna round it up to 2 mil. Yeah, we'll round it up to 2 mil, just because misfortune would have been in there and all that good stuff. So it looks like, guys, Heir Apparent might be the winner, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna run this back. One of the things I started doing when we started doing these is we tried to, if there's a gap such as 400k, we do what we can to see if we can't try to bump whatever weapon is on the lower side up to see if there's anything we can do, to see if we missed anything. So we're gonna try level 2. Just spawning them at level 2 to see if that helps. For the Heir apparent, to see if maybe that's the trick, is have more summons versus waiting for 3. Reload. No, not level 2. Level 2 is still not working, so it's definitely not the trick. And we hit just about the same anyway. Yeah, we hit just about the same. Okay. So we're going to try one more test on Gallows. We're going to try to... And guys, the reason I did the level 2s was because if I was throwing them at level 2s compared to 3, we would have the Gwen companion, where essentially would have the extra void damage. But it looks like the extra void damage we did get from casting every 2 summons, it just seemed to kind of balance out than having to wait for 3. So we're gonna just try spawning Misfortune. We'll do one more test. We'll just try to just spam Misfortune. We're gonna just drop the parameters and just spawn or just spam as many Misfortunes as we can to see if that will tip the scales in that 30-second timer that we have. So let's see. I guess we can wait till we get the 3, seeing as it didn't really make much of a difference. This is our 3rd Misfortune, by the way. And time. Yeah, so I had to, so that's going to be, yeah, that's definitely, we did around the same. I saw it was around 2.4, 2.5. So I hate to say it, guys, but it looks like your winner is going to be the Heir apparent, for the simple fact that we only put 2 Misfortunes out within that 30-second phase, and we did 2.4. Now, had I had done 3 on the Heir apparent, then we would have had way higher numbers than that 2.4. But for me to even get close to that 2.4 mark on the Gallows, I had to actually use Misfortune 3 times within that DPS phase to get to the 2.4 mark, which lets me know that Heir apparent is obviously better. Now, one thing I will point out, you guys can let me know down in the comments below what you think about this, but I think what really sets this aside here is the Gwen. We're really losing that 8% because we're not casting summons between like that 4-second period, if that makes sense. I know we have the Misfortune, and so that gives us like another 4, then we have that level 3. So there's like a 2 to 3 second window where you're losing the signature boost here from Gwen. You always have the 5, that's not the issue. It's just this one here, as opposed to like with the Estella, we always have that uptime. So what I'm thinking we can do, I don't know, let me see something. I'm gonna pause the video, see if I can't try to figure something out here. All right, Chad, so what I just did was I just went ahead and I swapped to Kabr. I want to do one more test because I'm all about being fair. I want to make sure that we're putting out the right information here in the channel. I swapped to Kabr, and what I did was I just forgot about Estella and I forgot about Gwen altogether. So I put on Ikora and I put Wolf on for my Light Link companions, and both of these are going to be at the 5%. We are running the same artifacts that I was telling you guys about the first time. They're not the pack artifacts, these are different, but they are still running the same artifacts across both. We have the same weapon enhancement, the same solar boost, and the same void boost between the two. We'll do a test one more time, just straight weapon damage on Kabr here, and let's see if we can't, let's see if that doesn't help Gallows out, or to see if we can get any bit of a, I guess, closer bit of numbers here. All right, so we're back. We're gonna go ahead and start the test. We're on Kabr. We will we'll place his his barricade, because his barricade does give chain lightning. And so yeah, let's go and test it now. Let's see if we can't get any bit of different numbers here. I don't know if I'm seeing the chain lightning. I don't know if I'm seeing any chain lightning though. I think maybe I am. Yeah, I see it. Alright. So that was, we'll round that up to 757. Now we're gonna swap to Gallows. Pop up on some heavy ammo, and we're gonna repeat the test. Beautiful. And boom. See if we can get any bit of different numbers here now. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we're at 852. I think I went over by like a second. So maybe we'll round like 850, right? So I don't know. So I guess if you play Kabr, see, here's the toss-up where we are, guys. If I go Estella, we're always going to have that solar on, right? Because it's always going to take whatever is, character you're using, and it will always increase it. So Estella will always have that solar percentage, um, activated. And of course, whatever tier you are, um, that will only just elevate. So in terms of the character you're going to run, let's say this weapon on, I think begs the bigger question here. I think if you're running a Stella and you have like a T6 Estella, then obviously Heir Apparent is going to be better for you. I think that's just what the results showed us here during our testing. So if you're planning on using Estella and you're trying to figure out what machine gun to run, then Heir Apparent, that's your best friend. But I think if you're running Kabr, which is the first class to run the LMG, then you're better off looking at things like maybe Gallows, with maybe in like a Gwen mixture in here as well, because Kabr can spam abilities a little bit as well, taking advantage of that void percentage damage as well. And then also maybe you can test, if you want to play into Kabr's full shield tree and defense and stuff like that or whatever, then you can run Heir Apparent as well. But this was actually a really interesting test. I think both machine guns are great. I don't think we have like a decisive winner here. Both are great depending on the character that you're playing them on. So I'm glad that we were able to run this test here. So with that, guys, let me know what you guys think about this test down in the comments down below. If you guys think I should have done anything different, or what you would have added, or what are your thoughts on this overall test overall. Like I said, for the artifacts, I did change them because Kabr can't run the Estella artifacts. That's why y'all saw the numbers were a bit low. But I did have a set of artifacts already for him. Same weapon enhancements for both tests. Same stat distribution for the solar and void boost as well. And then, yeah, so everything was the same. The only thing we changed was the light link companions on Kabr. We got rid of Estella and Gwen entirely, and so we just kept the static 5% on both, which is where you guys saw the Gallows actually did take the lead in that format there. So hopefully this information helps, some of you guys to decipher what you guys want to do. But that is it. Make sure, guys, to come check us out over on our Twitch channel. Guys, we are live streaming this game every day. We are truly trying to become the next face for this game. We're hosting helps. We're having a great time. We're doing everything over on my Twitch. We even test these live on Twitch before we even publish these on YouTube, so that way we can make sure we're getting accurate results and everything for you guys over here on the YouTube side. But with that, make sure to join our Discord. We have an amazing Destiny Rising Discord community, and we'll have that server pinned down as the first pinned comment in the comment section below. And guys, we'll see you in the next Destiny Rising video. Peace, guys.